Saving money on a low income can be challenging, but it is definitely possible with careful planning and also some lifestyle adjustment. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Mally. On this channel, we talk about all things finance and also personal development. So if that sounds good to you, click on the subscribe button to join the family. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. The first tip that's going to help you save on a low income is prioritizing your essential, which means focusing on things like your rent, your utilities, your, let's say, your groceries, and also all your essential expenses. By doing this, you will be able to cut back on non-essential items, which in turns will then help you to free up more money. The second tip that is going to help you save on low income is to reduce unnecessary spending, which means identifying areas in which you can cut back on. So this can be things like you cutting back on eating out. This can be things like cutting back on subscriptions that you're no longer using, and also not being a person that is a impulsory purchaser. So let's say, for example, you go to a store. Your plan was not to even go to the store, but you just happen to pass by a store, and then you saw that they are on sale, and you think to yourself, oh, I'm gonna buy this, but cutting back that impulsory desire to spend is very necessary. So the third tip that's going to help you save on low income is shopping smartly, which means you're going to be looking for bargain items. So you're going to be using things like coupons. You're going to be buying generic brand. So for example, let's say you like a Pacific brand, and the store that you are going to, they have their version of that brand. You know, if you're on low income, instead of spending $10 for the name brand and then the generic brand is, let's say, $6, it would be wise that you just go ahead and buy the $6 because of what I have noticed is like there really isn't much of difference when it comes to the the quality of the things. I mean, I kind of feel like a lot of times, like as far as like name brand things, we are mostly paying for the name behind the brand instead of paying actually for the quality of the brand. Fourth tip that's going to help you save on low income is cooking at home, which means putting different recipes and different ingredients together that you can go at the store to buy those things to be able to come home and cook your meal. And by doing that, you can definitely save up a lot. And let's say if you are a person who goes out to eat every day, because depending on what you're craving will also depend on how much you're going to have to spend. So then to help you save, it would be best that you put together different recipes for, let's say, for a month, different recipes that you can prepare, and you can obviously go to the store, buy those ingredients, which would be a lot more cheaper versus going out every day to go, to a restaurant. So the fifth tip that's going to help you save on low income is using public transport. So obviously this definitely depends on what part of the world you live in. So for me, I currently reside in Australia, and public transport is like, it's like a normal thing over here. So because of that, it's not even necessary for me to really get a car because I have public transport. But like I said, it really depends on where part of the world you are residing. You know, if you live in a country where public transport is not a thing or is not popular, then obviously getting a car might be the safest route to go. However, if you live in a country that where public transport is definitely available to you, I would say you can definitely take advantage of that because you look at the price of a car and then also the maintenance and then the gas and everything else that everything else that comes with a car. I know a lot of times we just think like, oh, if I have a car, then that's it. No, a car is a lot of financial responsibility, you know. So if you have access, to public transport, you're not responsible for the the maintenance of that public transport. All you're responsible for is to pay, the little fees that you are to be charged, you know. And to me, I kind of feel like if you're on a low income, that definitely is something that you should, take into consideration, because that would help you save up a whole lot versus you investing in a car and you having to take on the whole responsibility of the maintenance and the insurance and just everything that comes with being a car owner. So the sixth tip that's going to help you save on low income is saving on utilities, which means turning off your lights and appliances that you are not using. Let's say, for example, when you are asleep and forget to turn off the light, you know? What if it's like 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Just that time that that light has been on where it was not technically being used, that is costing you money. We definitely have to, be alert when we are walking out of the door or when we are like sitting in the room and our computer is on but we're not even using it, but yet it still is plugged into, the outlet. you know just being mindful about your utilities can definitely help in that regards. And also using energy efficient options. I know there are some light bulbs that are cost efficient, so they may be a bit expensive. However, if we think about what we're going to save over, let's say, the month or the year by using that, efficient light bulb, then paying, let's say, extra $10 for it would definitely be a bargain, because with saving money, I kind of feel like we have to look at the bigger picture. You know, I know sometimes we just look at the now and what is occurring now and everything. But if we look at the bigger picture of how much money we're going to be saving and putting in strategies that's going to help us to save those money, then it will make sense, if you get what I'm saying. Seventh tip that is going to help us save on low income is building an emergency fund, and which means that we are pulling a certain percentage of, let's say, our bi-weekly pay, our monthly pay away, and building an emergency fund. But why is this important? It is important because we know that life happens, and in life there are emergencies. However, if we have not saved up for those emergency, where are we going to get the money from? You know, it's going to be really difficult because we won't know where to get the money from. And that, I feel like, sometimes because people have not saved up some money for emergency, that's where we go into debt. We go into putting ourselves in financial burdens that we really were not supposed to at all. But if we had previously put in a strategy, which is building an emergency fund to help us face those emergencies, is better than not doing anything at all. So the eighth tip that's going to help you save on low income is to increase your current income, which means you have to find something that going to be giving you an extra income. So that could be like, you know, um, doing extra hours at work. That could be you doing a babysitting job. That could be you doing a side hustle. That could be you doing a YouTube channel. I mean, obviously, when you first start YouTube, it's gonna take a while before before you start to see the fruits of it. But again, that's another avenue that you could build to get an extra income coming through. There's so many things that we could do to increase our current income. So yeah, just consider that. and go from there. In all of this, I just want you all to keep in mind that doing little things here and there can add up. If it's buying generic brand, saving, an extra 10% on your current income. What if it's, you increasing your current income? What if it's you not spending, unnecessarily? Even like you telling yourself, okay, I'm not gonna go out every week to eat. I'm gonna cook at home, let's say 4 days, and then one day we're gonna go out as a family. Just putting all of those things together, and obviously being disciplined to keep to those strategies, to keep to those, plans would definitely cause your income to increase, and it will also bring you much more closer to financial freedom. Well, we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you did get something from today's topic. If so, please do comment down below what is it you're working on currently that is helping you build your financial goals this year. I'm also going to write mine down and pin it so we can continue the conversation. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for being a part of the family. But like I said, if you're not part of this family, please consider clicking the red subscribe button at the bottom to join.